Hello, 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 and welcome everyone. This is Giannawoods, and you are watching SpaCast. Hello, 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 and welcome everyone. This is Giannawoods, and you are watching SpaCast. Hello, hello, hello. Really? Our tech guy did not hit the mute button. Can you tell? Really? Our tech guy did not hit the mute button. Can't tell. Turn it off. Really? The TV. Turn off the TV. Oh my Lord. TV. Turn off the TV. Oh my Lord. Turn off the TV. Is it even on Instagram yet? Oh my Lord. What do you have running? Is it even on Instagram yet? Can we start over? What do you have running? Are we done? Yay! Okay. Now, Chloe, are you still with us?
Wowzers. That went on for a long time.
I feel like I was on an acid trip. I mean, what the hell was that? I don't know. But anyway, my lovely friend Chloe is back this week as my co-host. How are you doing, Chloe?
Oh, I'm doing great. That's why I brought out my pink dress. Pink's my favorite color, so.
I like it. I like it.
Even though we can barely see much of it, but.
Well, we got to get past the IG censors. I get a little twitchy. But for those of you that are tuned in, we always do a SpaCast after party on a other platform for only our fans, if you catch my drift. So you can always join us over there, and I promise you'll get to see even more of the Belle Peppers. So how's your week been, Chloe? What have you been up to?
Oh, just kind of preparing to maybe travel again if I can. I did some tanning, but it's like developing as well, so I'm still like fairly pale, but I think in about 5 hours it'll work. You know how it takes time.
Well, you're looking darker than me because I'm like blending into the background. I'm very pale, but
that's because I put the stuff on, but I feel like it takes a couple hours to start changing.
Yeah. Oh, the self tanner kind of stuff. Yeah. But you're looking lovely as always.
You always.
To all points west. Good evening, you beautiful ladies. Hello. How are you? I know. I sent a little quick message to a few of my followers on Instagram, reminding them to tune in tonight, since it's usually on a Saturday when we try to do the broadcast. So hopefully we'll get a little bit more people tuning in this week. All right. Did you get any questions from any fans this week, Chloe?
No, nobody's been bugging me, but I usually have an answer for everything.
Good answer. I like it. I like it. How are y'all doing? We are doing good. Got some friends here from out of town, so I'm doing the entertaining and finishing up work today, and doing all sorts of fun stuff. So, we do have a few questions that came in that we did not get a chance to get to last week. So we'll do like one serious and one kind of funny off the wall kind of questions. So let's see. Here's a good one. How do you maintain your physical and mental health? managing your body enhancements. So, okay, I'll let you take a stab at it first, Chloe. How do you maintain your physical and mental health?
Well, I just try to focus on for the mental stuff, the positive things. I found that if I, especially with this type of thing, if I look in the mirror and then try to pick out everything that I think is wrong with me, that's not going to do any good. But just try to have confidence. And so the question was mental and what was it, physical?
Yes, your mental and physical health. I mean, considering that we go through what most people would consider kind of extreme body enhancement. So how do you handle your physical and mental health?
Well, I would say for the physical, I would say realizing that everything is a step-by-step process. I certainly didn't not end up looking like this overnight. It's taken me years. And some people they don't know. So, but this is not something that I was able to do overnight. And then if I have anything wrong, like let's say, not wrong necessarily, but let's say I've done a procedure, I schedule out time so that I can rest afterward. That's very important because I know that I'm not able to work, if I'm in pain or something like that. You have to take some time off.
Yeah. I know that I'm kind of like you. What I've done, for surgeries and body enhancements and everything have been over the course of probably 5-year period at least, and I was always trying to juggle too many things, trying to do the thing as a busty model and trying to do my day job in accounting, and I'm probably more guilty of not taking off enough time and letting myself heal properly and like rush, have the surgery, maybe take only 2 or 3 days off to really rest, and sometimes that included travel time, after the surgery, and then like rush back into work and try to rush back into my normal routine, and that was tough. That was a very tough thing to do. And as far as mental health, I have a very good spouse who keeps me grounded. It's like, don't listen to that crap, that they don't know you. They're not your friends. They're just seeing your online persona. But yeah, it can be really tough. I mean, as we've discussed before, there's a lot of critics out there, and you'll get really crappy comments on your social media platforms, but I just try to ignore it and move on. So, we got a couple of comments. Textman says, hello, Gianna and Chloe. Hello, Textman. How are you doing? And another question, how do you pick your surgeons? Kind of like part of it is, I think everybody needs to do their own research. And then, if I see a girl, and I kind of like her look or something that she's got going on, I'll reach out and say, hey, who's your surgeon, or who do you recommend? Have you heard about this surgeon? That type of thing. So how did you find out about the surgeons that you work with, Chloe?
Well, I just found the ones that were willing to do an extreme look, and then from there, I just stuck in that same area because oftentimes I'll fly in if they're gonna do something with my implants or something like a fill. I'll fly in and then I'll go to the med spa that's nearby, and I found that that's easier so that I don't have to go to so many different cities.
Got it.
But I don't get any work done in the place that I live. I travel to California or Florida for everything.
Yeah.
The places that do more of like an extreme look, because
I know.
And they'll turn me away. They won't touch your face or anything like that, or they don't believe in it. But yeah, I just happened to find somebody that, some people that were kind of in the same area, so it's not as bad.
I know there are very few surgeons that will go beyond a certain cc amount or a certain size. So just even finding a reputable surgeon, someone that's good, someone that's familiar with this type of procedure and understands, everything involved with it, that's a challenge in itself. I can only think of like maybe a handful of surgeons that I know about that will even do this type of surgery, but thankfully, we have both found a really good surgeon that takes care of her patients very, 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 very well. Oh, Texman says, I'm doing okay, and you too. I am doing great, Texman. And let's see, another question that popped in. Let's see. I know there's another one that I was, another one that I thought was kind of interesting was, what advice would you give to someone considering similar body enhancements? I would say really do your research, come up with a long-term plan on what your goals are, because this is not going to be something that will happen overnight. It will, be a step-by-step process, and really make sure that you're prepared for the impacts, not only physically and not only mentally, but financially, because going through procedures like this, this is a commitment, a long-term commitment, and you really have to think it through and be ready, for anything that might come up. I mean, you could have some type of physical complication, and so do you have the funds available where you can handle that? So what do you think, Chloe? What advice would you give to someone?
I was going to say, if you're going to go down this road, you better have thousands of dollars, because oftentimes, when you get these are medical devices. So they'll last for a while, and you have to pay for travel. It's not only the cost, so I don't know, you better have good credit. And another thing too, you better be prepared to be able to hide this from your family if they don't like it, or put up with their criticism. Because for me, I'm kind of like, well, I was always a good kid. I went to college and had good grades and everything, but I was different from the rest of my family because I was the only girl out of the grandkids. And a lot of, nobody in my family had ever done plastic surgery or anything like that. So, I'm on the internet now and everything to some degree, but you better be prepared mentally to either hide it or listen to, their negativity. So it costs a lot. There's a lot of sacrifices financially. I'm estimating I've spent $100,000 on my body or close to it, maybe more.
Yeah. I hear you.
This is not just like something that you have to really love it to commit to it, because some people lose their families over this. That's kind of what happened to me, unfortunately, but I chose to be myself for what I wanted to go for. And you have to have a thick skin, because you will get criticism. You have to think about all of it.
I know. Yeah. Well, no, not only going as large as you and I have gone, but I think just plastic surgery in general, that there is always going to be so-called friends, that oh yeah, it's great, and then you go through it, and then all of a sudden, well, why did you do that? What were you thinking? It's kind of like, hey, it was my choice. I do remember when I had, my first couple of surgeries, my family were kind of giving me the side eye, like what you're doing, but I'm the youngest out of my siblings and all of my cousins. So I guess maybe they're like, she's young, she can do what she wants to. But no, how do you feel that your body enhancements have changed the way you connect with your audience? Oh, so as you've gone through the process of this transformation that you're doing, how do you feel it's affected your connection with your audience? Has it changed for the better? Has it been positive, negative? What's gone on?
Well, I guess I can answer. I guess for me, I emerged on the internet once I was less than half the size that I am now. But if anything, I've had a positive response, and people have said that I've only gotten better. I look better. They like the changes. But I have to be careful with some of that too. It's just, but I like overall, overall, I've gotten good praise, and if somebody wants to say, I like what you're doing, and I love the changes, that's good too. But I have to look out for my health and what my body can handle as well. That's where I say with like a little caution. But overall, I've gotten a lot of good responses. And I would say even better responses than a couple years ago, because I was just starting out, kind of putting myself out there. I was never really on the internet before maybe 3 years ago at all.
Yeah, I mean, I have a similar story to yours as well. I mean, anybody that has followed me over the last 4 or 5 years, they've seen me all sizes up and down, because I mean, I've been through numerous surgeries and have been numerous sizes, and I have fans that have followed me from the very beginning. That they have followed me to different social media platforms. They've been very loyal fans, and kept up with what's going on. So yeah, it can be tough. We got another question that popped in from last week. How is sex with the enhancement? Oh my goodness. Well, I guess I can answer that one first since I'm in a long-term relationship. It can be interesting. It really can. They take up a lot of space. You can only get so close, at times, but no. Please add a bug zapper to your wishes. I know. Let me tell you, I'm waiting for like winter to get here. But yeah, I mean, I think it enhances, what goes on, during playtime. Maybe some people might think it's, a distraction, but what about you, Chloe?
Well, people are going to see how weird I really am, but they will whack me in the face. I have to in the face,
Hey, that must mean you're having fun. So there you go. There's nothing wrong with that.
Well, and plus, I always get chased by men with like a breast fetish, curves fetish, bimbo fetish, Barbie fetish. So, I mean, they're not complaining about that. But literally, and there's like this, I have this big chasm here, so you can connect the dots. Not saying too much.
Yeah, I know. Guys can be horn dogs. What can we say? But oh, and another one. Yeah, and thank you for the bag zapper. I'll have to add that to my Amazon wish list. I don't know if it'll help. And then all you hear in the background is, the whole time. So yeah. Another question: what is y'all's go-to karaoke song? Oh my God, where do I even start? I don't know. Probably kind of the standard. I Will Survive, Gloria Gaynor. That's always a good one. Sweet Caroline's another good one because you kind of get the audience participation going, and that's always fun. Oh gosh, what else? I mean, as I've aged over the years, my singing voice has dropped, and I'm kind of more of an alto now than the soprano I used to be in my younger days. I like to do a lot of Miley Cyrus songs. They tend to be more in my range now. I don't know. What about you, Chloe? What's your karaoke favorites?
I love this question because when I was in college, I used to sing in choir, and so You have to audition, so they don't just let anybody in. But I'm actually a decent singer. I sing on my live streams and everything. I'm a soprano. But
cool.
To answer the question, yes, I'm a good singer, but I like to usually sing like anything Disney. I like Disney's Frozen, so Into the Unknown, the movie, and then I like Let It Go, or I like Whitney Houston songs or Celine Dion as well to sing.
Those are challenging.
Yeah, Evanescence. So anything that is like a soprano voice song, I can sing. I can't do like Adele or anything like that because she's too husky.
See now, like Adele's another one that I can hit her range a little better. Probably if I got back into practice and really started working my voice again, I probably could get it a little higher. But just to get up there on stage impromptu, then yeah, I'm more of a Miley or Adele. I think there was a question before that one. Let me scroll up in the comments for a little bit. Wild or naughty stories to tell us about your friends that are in town and any crazy things you've been up to. Not yet, William. The weekend's still starting. Oh, and then to All Points West, you put something up there about Party in the USA. So yeah, that's one of my favorite Miley songs. I definitely like that one. Hubby's a big Evanescence fan. He likes that. What else?
Too. That's what I sing.
I want to dance with somebody. Yeah, that would be a good one for you, Chloe. I want to dance with somebody. I've heard that Whitney song a lot. Like recently on The Voice and America's Got Talent and some other shows. I mean, I think Whitney's kind of making a comeback with a lot of singing.
Go on America's Got Talent or something.
You should.
Or me and you should. I saw a big-breasted woman hitting things, breaking things on there one time. I forget.
I don't know.
I apologize.
Yeah, I don't catch all the episodes, so I mean, I catch a lot of reruns on YouTube, kind of like recap, of the shows on YouTube. But there you go. We can be a blonde, busty singing group. That would be funny. But at the very least, you and I need to get together in the same venue, and then we can sing a song together. That would be fun. That would be very distracting probably for the audience, but oh well.
Especially if I upgrade to 100 cc's.
Good. I know. I don't know how you're going to handle that, girl, but you're going to have to start working on your balancing. Do you ever have problems, depending on how tall the high heels are, feeling like you're going to fall forward as the breasts get bigger?
I think when I had my peak, the 3,000, maybe a little more, but more so I felt more hunched. And I've lost weight since then, so I'm a little concerned. But I think I'm going to try to just do a small fill. Like we talked about, a lot of small ones, 150 or something.
Yeah, because I know when I was up at my larger sizes, larger than I am now, I swear, I would start having balance issues. It's kind of if I momentum would just kind of keep me going. If I move too far forward too fast, I kind of felt like the boobs are gonna knock me over. Are either of you going to AVN next year? For answering for myself, yes. The plans are to put that on the schedule coming up in January.
Yeah, I'll probably most likely be there too. It's easy for me to go there.
I know, it's closer to you. And that may be the first time we actually get to meet in person if something doesn't happen between now and then. So we'll definitely have to make a trip to Vegas. If not for that, just to general purposes, have a good girls trip. Let's see. Oh, another question that I know popped up on one of my social media feeds. Do you like to cook, and what is do you consider your go-to dish or something that you're really good at making?
Want me to chime in on that one?
Yeah, chime in on that one first.
I am a good cook, but I will admit that a lot of the times I am lazy. So I used to order a lot of stuff on like DoorDash and stuff, but when I would cook for my family when I still lived there, like I've made lasagnas, fettuccine Alfredo.
Oh,
I've made like Italian soup. I've cooked lamb like on the stovetop for a couple of hours. So I like
nice.
that pastas and that kind of stuff. Simple things like hamburgers. That's really what I cook.
Yeah. Yeah. Kind of the similar here at my house, especially during the summer. It's so darn hot. Nobody wants to cook inside the house, so we will grill a lot of different things. Probably myself. What do I cook a lot of? Probably the same thing that my mom and my grandma cooked. I mean, the good old Southern food. You got to have your chicken and dumplings and your beans and cornbread and your collard greens, meatloaf, all that good kind of comfort food. All that stuff that you probably shouldn't eat a lot of, but it tastes so darn good. Mac and cheese from scratch, not the neon orange crap that you get out of the box, but actual, you make your own cheese sauce, that kind of thing. So I just don't have a lot of time to cook and got so much going on, but yeah. Oh, another question that popped in. Do you sleep on your back? I do a lot, but I tend to like roll over and sleep on my side more than anything else. Probably a better question would be, do you sleep on your stomach? Oh, hell no. That definitely cannot not do that. But what about you, Chloe?
I try to do on my side or on my back, but on my stomach it gets really uncomfortable. But I almost thought about, since I do BBLs and stuff too, getting like a big huge thick pad and then getting something that has like cutouts for big boobs. So then I could sleep on my stomach when I can't be on my butt for a day or two. But I have to like make that, or I don't know if they sell, because a lot of times it's just like the boobs are so big that they.
Yeah, I bet there's probably some product out there that is, for that purpose, or you could probably repurpose something. Oh boy, the pool equipment's deciding to squirt everyone. Like, fettuccine Alfredo. I know, I'm going to Chloe's house for dinner. When are you coming to San Antonio? Oh, is that where you are, Tex-Man, San Antonio? I've been there in San Antonio for quite a while. I do like going down there. I mean, it kind of sounds cliche, but I do like, going down to by the river, doing the whole river walk thing. What about you, Chloe? Have you ever made a trip to San Antonio?
I never did, but I really wanted to go to Texas, maybe to try out work or something there, because I heard it could be a good spot, but I've never made it down. But that's like, it's definitely on my bucket list to go.
There's a lot of good things in Texas. You need to come visit me.
Everything's bigger in Texas, so it fit right in.
See, exactly. You can come hang out with me, and we'll just take over. Any nicknames? Do you have any nicknames, Chloe?
Oh, geez. Well, I think Tits McGee is one of them.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I like that one. For me, oh gosh, I have a lot of nicknames from when I was in high school. Their favorite one to call me when I was high school was Stork, because I was all legs and no body, because I was like teeny tiny then. That's really the only one I can think of. Fortunately or unfortunately, I don't know, depending on how you view it, nobody's given me a nickname lately, so you know. Text man, would love to meet you and get a hug from you. It's a good thing I got long arms, so I can actually try to give you a hug. What if you got a hug from me and Chloe at the same time? Would you like that? I don't know if you'd survive, but you know. Have either one of you taken any martial arts? I haven't. Have you had any martial arts classes, Chloe?
You know, when I was a long time ago, when I was 9, I took some taekwondo, but then the teacher ended up moving. But I it didn't really make past like white belt. But that was before I looked anything like this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I never took any martial arts lessons. I remember when I was like 6, 7, briefly took gymnastic classes. But by then, I was already, taller than the average kids, in that age group. So my center of balance, I think even at that point, was just not where it needed to be. So, yeah, gymnastic classes didn't last very long. So I switched over to piano lessons. So that kind of became my creative outlet was music instead. Textman says yes. He wants a hug from both of us, Chloe. So I guess, Textman, if we're ever in San Antonio together, we will have to find somewhere we can come give you a hug.
With a suffocation warning.
Exactly. That's right. Depending on the height compared to you and me, that might be kind of fun. What's really funny is, since I'm tall, a lot of the times when people come up to give me a hug, especially men, they tend to kind of like be in this general area.
Oh, God.
So they get a face full of boob. Can you imagine that? How horrible that is. But, oh yeah, definitely good for a hug at AVN. So see, there you go. So, but yeah, I mean, I'll be at AVN. I'll be at Exotica coming up next month. So if anybody out there is going to be at either one of those events, then yeah, you'll have to come find us. Come hang out with us. Textman, 5'7" or 8. Oh boy, then I may accidentally suffocate you. Chloe, I think you might be a little closer to the height for Textman, but
Yes, yeah.
Oh my gosh. So, what time do we got? Oh, I think we might be coming up on the time for the end of the show. So, did you have any questions that you want to get out there, Chloe, or anything that you want to talk about before we sign off for this week?
Well, there will be a lot more fun afterwards on her page.
There you go. That's right. Gianna, can you hug me from behind? Damn, too bad I'm 6 foot. Oh, William, you're a tall one. I didn't realize you were so tall, William. So hey, I can wear my high heels with William, then that'll work out good.
If I wear my high heels, I'm like a foot below him still.
I know. You're just like fun sized. It's so good. Well, I know because I'm so tall, but my sister, she's only like 5'4", maybe. She claims she is, but I don't know. I'm not sure if she quite makes it that tall. But yeah, it was always so funny growing up that here me and my brother are so much taller, and here's my teeny tiny little sister. So Love a woman in heels. See, there you go. I don't get to wear a lot of high heels very often. So I think we're probably about done here. But if you will follow us over onto the other platform for the after party, the link will be out on X, I believe. So if you follow either one of us on that platform, you can come find us over there, and you can tune in probably about 15 minutes or so. We're going to take a little bit of a break from this, and then we will regroup and come back, and we'll be taking more questions and spending more time with y'all in a little bit. So, Chloe, it was great as always. Always fun to catch up and have a little girl time and chit chat. So I think we're going to end our broadcast, and we will see y'all in a few minutes. Bye.